afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode 41 of MSME Masterclass. We are honored to introduce Mr. Shahnawaz Siddiqui, the Managing Director at Xpile Precast Concrete Private Limited, as our esteemed speaker today. With over 20 years of experience in the civil engineering industry, Mr. Siddiqui has demonstrated expertise in designing and delivering more than 500 projects in India and internationally. His extensive structural engineering knowledge and proficiency in PEBs, SAFE, and START software have made him a leader in the field. Mr. Siddiqui has designed and delivered numerous residential, industrial, and institutional projects, showcasing his versatility and dedication to excellence. He focuses on developing cost-effective, durable, high-strength precast concrete piles tailored to the Indian industry. Additionally, he serves as a redevelopment consultant, aiding in the self-redevelopment of residential housing societies, further highlighting his commitment to innovative and sustainable engineering solutions. A graduate with a bachelor's degree in construction engineering from KES, Mr. Siddiqui brings a wealth of experience in value engineering, CAD, steel structures, structural audits, and the conservation and restoration of heritage structures. His strong entrepreneurial spirit and technical acumen make him a valuable asset to the industry. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Shahnawaz Siddiqui as he shares his insights and experiences with us today. Welcome to have you on board with us, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming on board.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a privilege to be part of this program, and I'm very thankful to JSW for organizing such a program to encourage people. Highlighting various aspects of the civil and structural engineering.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot. Sir, since the topic for today is environmental benefits of pre-engineered buildings, I would like to begin with my first question to you, which is, what are pre-engineered buildings and how do they differ from the traditional construction methods?
Yeah, so basically the pre-engineered buildings are the buildings where each and every component or most of the components are engineered, designed, cut and fabricated in the workshop, transported to the site and it's erected. So all the building where all the material are cut and fabricated in factories are called pre-engineered building, and there are no on-site executions involved in pre-engineered building.
And so, how are they different from the traditional building methods?
In traditional building, whereas we do concrete mixing, steel cutting, bending, fabricating on site, here all the steel cutting, bending, fabrication happens in workshop. So there is the major difference in on site and pre-engineered building.
Got it. And sir, if you had to explain to our attendees what are the key environmental benefits of using PEBs, which is nothing but pre-engineered buildings compared to conventional buildings, can you explain that to us?
Yeah. So in pre-engineered building, the material are not wasted as far as environment is concerned. The design is done to the need of the structural performance expected, structural and functional performance expected from the building. And environmental benefits are also taken into account while designing the PB building. So no wastage of material, no wastage of excess labor. The transportation cost is also minimized. There are not too many construction material. The material is focused to very limited item. So all these items bring the environmental benefit, reduce the carbon footprint of the building, of the environment. Yeah.
Got it. And also, sir, how do PEBs contribute to cost savings, which is an important critical element when it comes to material usage in construction time?
Yeah. So as far as the benefit is concerned, it's the cost saving which is the maximum advantage. At the same time, it saves the cost in terms of energy efficiency, the heat absorptions. It can be you can put solar on top of it, which save the energy cost of the building. It is planned to the required function, so the lighting requirements are minimum, and at the same time the items are limited, which further save the cost and the installation time. So once it is fabricated in workshop, it doesn't depend on the monsoon or any external factor. So all these parameters save the construction time. So normally, if you compare a conventional building to a PB building, PB buildings are like you can complete in a 25% of the time.
Now let's talk about the long-term financial benefits of PBs. Can you share with our attendees what are the long-term benefits when it comes to investing in PBs for MSMEs?
Yeah, so the first advantage is the initial cost. The client has to pay to bring the PB vendor on board. They have to pay the initial cost to the vendor, but this cost is also very optimized. So the return on investment is very high. The energy cost is also quite optimized and low. The environmental cost and maintenance costs are also quite low. So the investment on return on investment is much higher.
Okay, and if we have to talk about government incentives and subsidies, this is something which a lot of people want to know. Do you think these are available for MSMEs adopting PBs in their projects?
There are no such government incentive subsidies available in terms of PEB building, but yes, there are certain indirect benefits like compliance with green building norms, bring down give some subsidy in energy efficiency and operational cost.
Okay. If we have to talk about the carbon footprint of PBs, how do PBs help reduce the carbon footprint when it comes to construction projects?
So as far as carbon footprint is concerned, as I said, all the construction, the cutting, bending, design, fabrication happens in workshop. So we save the transportation cost, cut down the transportation cost, the section sizes, the column, beam, slabs, or everything is designed to the required strength. So there is a saving in the material. The transportation cost is also saved. The erection time is also cut down. So the fuel efficiency is there. There are energy efficiency in terms of doing the erection. And at the same time, there are like noise and dust minimum noise and dust pollutions are there. So all this parameter bring down the incorporate sustainability in the building and reduce the carbon footprints.
Now let's move on to a couple of examples which you can share probably with our attendees on how PBs incorporate sustainable materials practices.
So sustainable material in terms of like in PEB mostly we use steel structure which are recycled. There are material like insulating sheet which are very thin nowadays, which is also available as a recycled material. There are like painting which also cut down the cost. So this material when we use in the design, it cut down the cost, it cut down the carbon footprint and incorporate sustainable design. At the same time, in our project, what we have observed is nowadays everywhere we are keeping the provision for the solar system, rainwater harvesting system. So these things saves the cost, and make the entire project viable in couple of years.
Okay. And what role do PEBs play in enhancing energy efficiency in industrial and commercial buildings?
So PBs are extremely energy efficient building. They require much less day-to-day energy from operational point of view. The daylight requirements are also less. It is designed in such a way which maximize the natural light as well as the less light cater to a larger area. At the same time, while doing the execution, while doing the cutting and fabrication, the energy requirement is also low because these are very optimized material which has a very optimized quantity. So the energy efficiency is very high in such buildings.
Okay, now let's talk about a hypothetical scenario where, let's say, if I am a customer and I want something designed and customized as per my taste, how flexible are PEBs in terms of designing and customization to meet specific needs of customer of business?
Yeah, PV buildings are compared to conventional building where the self weight of the conventional buildings are much more than the weight we support. In PV building, the PV buildings are much lighter compared to a conventional building. So we have a very large span, huge area, which provide flexibility to the customer. Flexibility, maneuverability, larger floor heights give their flexibility to put the higher equipment wherever they wish. And of course the floor plates are also capable of taking much higher loads. So all this advantage of the PB give a lot of flexibility, and there are high possibility of customization in such spaces. So nowadays we are making, like, if you take the case of warehouse, we are making almost 12-meter minimum height of the warehouse, where and column spacing are like 11, 22, 25 meters. So this you extremely benefit to the tenant.
And sir, what are the key considerations for MSMEs when designing PEBs to maximize environmental benefits?
So the maximum benefit is a proper design to maximize the maximum benefit of the PB. It should be designed. The MSME should take care that they should hire a professional who give the maximum benefit of the space, the land. That is the first aspect. I think most MSME should keep in mind. Secondly, choosing the right contractor, because getting the right, they should have right equipment to do the fabricate, and all these teams should have latest software, latest machinery for the cutting, bending, and optimization of the PB structure. Also, when they come to the site, the local issues can go to some area where local issues are minimized. So these are some of the element MSME should keep in mind, and the local bylaws should support them in terms of giving them maximum land potential.
Okay, moving on to typical timelines when we do such projects. Can you tell us what is the typical timeline for constructing PEBs as compared to traditional buildings?
Yeah, so when we do traditional building in area like Mumbai or where monsoon is quite high, we don't consider the full month of monsoon period into the construction. But in case of PEB, where the work can happen full 12 month, 24/7. So that is one of the biggest advantage PEB has. So in terms of overall project timeline, if you see, as I said, it is approximately 25 to 30% of a conventional building. So suppose if we complete one building in almost a year and a half, PB building can be completed in 4 to 6 months of time. So there is a time advantage we have. Yes.
Now let's talk about the on-site waste reduction practices which are associated with PEB constructions. Could you discuss that with our attendees as well?
Yeah, on-site construction practices are like, as I said, hiring a right contractor who has a right set of tool, tackle, and erection method. The waste reduction should be there, and energy efficient construction practices, like not too much of cutting and filling, not bringing too many material from outside to inside, are some of the important parameters they have to consider.
Okay. If, let's say, sir, I was to talk about common challenges which MSMEs face during implementation of PB projects, what are these common challenges and how can they overcome them?
Yeah, so the common challenges in most of the time is, apart from the arriving at the budget and everything, getting the right set of people to do this kind of work is the common challenge. Getting the right set of consultant who can design the spaces, design the structure, and the design the services, like in energy efficient design, avoiding the too much of damage to the site is one part. So getting the right set of consultant is one challenge, which can be taken care by going to the right people who has experience in doing several PB building is the option. And as far as the site work is concerned and the PB vendor is concerned, it is better to choose somebody who has a very good track record, who has executed several projects pan India and have done in those locality, and also taking the contractor or right contractor who has experience in working in those areas are the challenge. So the MSME should look for those people who has worked in those locality. Go with consultant, contractor, and PB vendor who has a good track record.
Okay, now let's talk about maintenance part of it. How does the maintenance of PB, how is it in terms of comparing it to the traditional building methodologies?
Yeah, as I said earlier, in PB building, the material are very less. Compared to a conventional building, in conventional building, we do brick wall, then we do plaster, then we do putty, then we do paint. So there are layer on layer, and each layer demand some maintenance over a period of time. But in PEB, we have a very limited material. One is steel and then certain corrosion protection and acidic coating. So on one hand, we have a very limited material to be handled, and these materials are open, exposed to attend. So maintenance is quite easy in that way. Most of the parts are accessible. So maintenance is one aspect which provide which enhance the durability, and then there are normally high tech materials are available which enhance the performance of the building, environmental performance, durability performance also goes up. Different coating like chlorinated rubber coating require a maintenance period of 15 years. So choosing the right material is something which help in reducing the maintenance time period. Yeah, and at the same time, the design of the PV structures are such it require very less maintenance. Most of the parts are accessible, approachable, and cleanable. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. When it comes to PB structures, can you tell me the importance of steel in PB structures?
Yeah, PB structures are designed basically with steel. Steels are available in different grades. Nowadays, we have a very high strength grade steel available. Even, of course, that is supplied by JSW. We are taking with JSW from most of in our side. So steel play a very important role. They are and primarily steel manufacturer like JSW give a lot of quality product. So these steels are used in making the is used in the PV structure. These steels are available in a variety of strength. So using higher strength will reduce the steel consumption. So that is again the additional benefit. Steels are also used in the envelope. So it reflects the heat as well. So steels are extensively used. I mean, so steel is if you say pre-engineering building, it's only steel actually.
Got it. And so, what measures can be taken to ensure the long-term durability and environmental performance of PBs?
Yeah, for the long-term performance of the building, it depends in what environmental conditions the building is located. Depending upon that, the sizes of the material are normally proportion. At the same time, we normally in most of in our case we use high grade material which with durable coating, which increase the long term durability. They are less exposed to weathering environment and easily accessible. So they provide much better environmental performance. The durability are much better. So these are the benefit normally we get in PEB. Yeah.
Moving on to the advancements part of it, when it comes to technology, how do you think it's improving the environmental performance of PBs?
The environmental performance of the building is improving day by day by using, we are using a lot of latest technology in design, like we are using all the latest software which saves the material. Then BIM we are using in for collaboration. It all which cut down the turnaround time in supply of the material, and then it is integrated with a lot of environmental services like MEP services and the rainwater harvesting system. So by integrating all these systems, bringing the project more sustainable and environmental friendly. So like BMS, all these things integrate all the services of ABP and building management together.
And can you highlight any of such innovative materials or techniques used in constructing PBs?
Yeah. One of the of course high strength steel is YST 410, YST 510 material nowadays we are using. These are one of the material. There are external cladding material, also high strength material. So the envelope thickness has gone down. from using like rock wool, which is environmental. It has a lot of environmental hazard to PIR panel are being used. So these are some of the material which are providing us added advantage and enhancing the performance.
Now, so we would like to understand and know from you if you could share some of the successful case studies of MSMEs that have adopted PEBs and realized environmental benefits from that.
Yeah, successful case studies are like we did one project in Mahar, which was very small project. Like I'm taking a case study of a small project, having almost 40,000 square feet roof area. They install, they use local, they use MS plates where it is taken out from the steel sheet supplied by, of course, JSW, where we cut down the wastage to zero. At the same time, the roof were designed for the to take the load of the solar panel, and they installed the solar, which normally is not possible in any conventional building. And the third, the downtakes were converted into the groundwater recharge pit. So all this parameter helps in cutting down the cost and making the site self-sustainable, environmental friendly. So nowadays most of the A1 category warehouses, for example, are moving to these methods.
So what lessons can other MSMEs apply to their projects from these case studies that we just discussed?
Yeah, the first and foremost is choosing the right set of people, the right consultant who has experience in carrying out such work, taking the material from the right source like JSW or equivalent, and then of course going ahead with the contractor who has prerequisite experience in carrying out this work. So consultant and team who has several experience in these work are, of course, are the key team who provide maximum benefit in terms of area and environmental sustainability and optimum design.
Got it. Now let's talk about the future trends part of it. Could you tell us in terms of what is it that you are anticipating in terms of trends in PEB industry, and how are they expected to enhance the environmental sustainability further?
Yeah, as you know, I mean, the PEB are extremely used in warehousing area, and nowadays we are looking at areas like Mumbai, where there are several redevelopment projects are happening, and we are also part of the several redevelopment project. So we feel in these areas there are a lot of there is an open market where PEB can play a very significant role by cutting down the construction time, enhancing the quality, and bringing the recyclability into the construction material. So by using PEB, lot of material can be saved in these housing sectors. So I remember I given a presentation to a society, and I was encouraging them to go for a PEB building instead of normal brick and mortar structure. But in that case, study was like, we're cutting down the cost time by almost 50% and making the project viable. So it cut down the cost of rent and turnaround time. So I think the future is very good in as far as this market there is a total open market. I mean, there are huge potential to work in these areas.
And now, moving on to the concerns or questions that MSMEs may have with regards to adopting PEBs. Can you tell us what are those and how can we address them?
Yeah, as I said, it is the team overall teamwork. So they have to choose a team who has experience in doing similar kind of work, and the contractor and the supplier should be from the PEB ecosystem, who can bring value to the project, and take care of a lot of their issues and problems. Yeah.
Now, my last question to you. So, how can MSMEs best engage with experts and suppliers to ensure they maximize the environmental benefits of the PEB projects?
Yeah. As I said, PEB projects are like very time bounded, and not like a construction project. So the entire design, drawing, and the total construction planning should have been done right in the beginning to save the to get the maximum benefit out of it. Again, getting the right people who has experience in doing similar kind of work and experience in executing PEB work are the right set of peoples, and the MSME should look for people who has experience in carrying out such work.
Lovely. We've reached the end of our episode today, so I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude for sharing your valuable insights and experiences today with us, sir. It really means a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
To our attendees and our audience, if you'd like to see any of our episodes that we've done in the previous, in the past, or if you'd like to see this one, and if you've missed any part of this episode, you can go on to YouTube, type JSW1 MSME, and you will find all our episodes uploaded there. Thank you so much once again, sir. It was lovely having you.
Thank you.